NewsNation has poured over thousands of newly released declassified documents detailing investigators' findings. And our team, led by investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, is searching for answers in this special report that airs tomorrow evening. And joining us now is Ross Coulthart to discuss more of what he's learned since starting this project. Ross, thanks so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure, Natasha.
Now, prior to your investigation, were you skeptical of what the government said happened in JFK's assassination?
I think we have to be intensely skeptical about everything the government said about the findings of the Warren Commission, because frankly, it's pretty obvious when you look at the historical record that there has been a cover-up. It's almost a matter of factual history. There are documents that the CIA essentially did not reveal to the Warren Commission, which showed an active conspiracy to mislead the Warren Commission, that's the official US government investigation into the assassination, to mislead the Warren Commission over the fact of the association between the CIA and Oswald. The only question is, was the CIA and other intelligence services knowingly involved in what Oswald perpetrated? Question.
And I'm sure you're aware of the magic bullet theory, the theory that one bullet hit the president and injured Texas then governor. What do you make of this theory?
Well, I think possibly the most significant new evidence has come in the last 2 months from a former Secret Service agent by the name of Paul Landis, who was on the running board of the limousine behind the president and horrifically saw the president's head explode as he was hit by the bullets. And he described finding a bullet, a fairly intact bullet that had obviously been fired from a rifle in the back of the presidential limousine. And that is enormously significant because it's a magic bullet in its own right, because it's not explained. If true, it puts the entire current theory of the magic bullet, it blows it out of the water, because for years, a key finding of the Warren Commission has been that one bullet caused 7 injuries through JFK, and then it went through Governor Connolly and caused 7 injuries on the way through, ending up in Governor Connolly's thigh. And now there's this inconvenient fact of this bullet, which was found by the Secret Service agent in the back of the car. And this really does raise big questions about the entire basis upon which it was decided by the Warren Commission that there was one gunman that day, Lee Harvey Oswald. And an overwhelming preponderance of circumstantial evidence, admittedly, that points very strongly to another shooter or shooters on the grassy knoll, that at least one of those bullets came from the very front, from the grassy knoll, and hit President John F. Kennedy in the front of his head and exited the back.
Why do you think it's important that these formerly classified documents were released all these years later?
Oh, it's so important. I mean, I'm obviously not an citizen, but I can remember as a little boy my parents discussing almost in grief the loss of your president. He was such a great public figure, a man of huge charisma, and he was a leader at a time the world faced possible nuclear war. And his murder, if it really is the case that there was a conspiracy to kill the president, there should never be any period of historical delay that is sufficient to stop investigating it. We always have the ability to get to the truth in a democracy, to find out what went wrong when there are such grave allegations at stake here. If there truly was a conspiracy to kill the president, the public has a right to know.
And we will be watching this investigation tomorrow night. Ross Coulthart, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
A reminder to our viewers, that's tomorrow night, NewsNation's special report on the JFK assassination. 60 years later, serious questions remain. The new revelations on Unsolved, the JFK assassination, airing tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, only right here on NewsNation. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.